It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Then I'll let him go. Where I wrecked my first car and tore it all to pieces. So we're prepping here for Ronnie Dunn. Brooks and Dunn. And no longer together. Of course, Ronnie was Brooks and Dunn.
What's prepping for an artist like this caliber like for you?
Well, Ronnie Dunn is huge. I love Ronnie Dunn. One of the most recognized voices in all of country music. I mean, the minute he sings a note, you know it's Brooks and Dunn. I mean, you hear that, you know. And I'm giddy because I've got two people that I hold really close and I'm like huge fans of. Reba McEntire and Brooks and Dunn. Ronnie Dunn, okay? Just a great voice, just, you know. And he's got a new song out that is just, it has touched me. And I think it's going to be the fastest moving #1 song this year. It's called Bleed Red, and it's amazing. So I'm giddy. I raise my hands. We're going to play a little karaoke with him, see how well he knows his own songs, talk about his new song, Bleed Red, if there's a chance for a Brooks and Dunn reunion, and we're going to find out what's in his refrigerator. If he were stuck on a desert island, what would the one CD he would have in the player? Of course, he's probably going to say, well, I'd need batteries first, you know. And then what his favorite cartoon character is.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Is that a leading question,
yes,
Scott?
that's the lead. That's the most important part of the interview, and then we can quit.
Who's the biggest star you've ever interviewed?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, it would be Reba McEntire because, like I said, I'm a huge Reba McEntire fan. I'm really not giddy or starstruck with anybody. Tiny Tim was pretty big.
Really?
I was big.
When did you interview Tiny Tim?
Right before he died.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Tiptoe
through the tulip. Monica Lewinsky was pretty big too.
Oh, you did. Did you do it when?
Well, I didn't do her.
When the story was hot. Did you? Was that when you did it, or was it later on?
It was later on, but you know, she came to the station and brought her book and brought the dress. It was pretty incredible. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see what we get here. WYNK, hello.
Hi, it's Charlotte McCoy.
Hey,
How
Charlotte.
are you?
How you doing, baby?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm loving to hear that. Are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to rock and to roll.
Okay, we just have to have a hard out of 13 today.
All right.
And when will this air?
It's going to air next week, late next week. We're going to do a big promote it, you know, and all that stuff. So.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you, babe.
Bye. And everybody say hello.
Ronnie Dunn.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm sitting here in the studio talking to friends.
Yeah, well, I've always considered you a dear friend, so...
Appreciate that. Likewise.
One of the most prolific, award-winning hit songwriters of our time. I got to tell you something. You know, how does it feel to be called one of the most recognized voices in country music, if not the most recognized voice?
Well, very humbling, and my head's going to swell where I'm going to have to move to a bigger room.
I mean, it's, you know, they're saying that you could actually hum the you know, a book and it would be a hit. The phone book, for example.
I'm going to come in there and hang out with those people you're hanging out with. I like your group.
Oh, man. So let me ask you something here. You know, you're coming off of over 20-year career with Brooks and Dunn, and that was a whirlwind last year, huh?
It was. That was a whirlwind 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, was it hard for you guys to let go? I mean, I know you guys were like, you know, okay, it's been 20 years. We got things we want to do. I know that Kix wanted to make wine. You wanted to just, you know, do your deal. What were you thinking?
I'm not sure what I was thinking. I'm serious about that. God, I look down at my arm and I see cowboy tattooed from my elbow to my wrist. That happened last year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I was thinking when I did that.
Exactly. What were you drinking? Not thinking.
I'm sure.
I saw that on the album cover, and I'm thinking, where did that come from?
Yeah, don't drink that. Whatever it was. Whatever that was.
Yeah, we drank the worm with that one.
It was a crazy year. It was a lot more intense than we had anticipated.
Wow.
I can't tell you that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and I know you've been asked this question. You have to break up to have a reunion. Is there a possibility down the road?
You know, no. I mean, we
You've closed that chapter?
I think, you know, you can never say never, but it's certainly not something that's
Right.
consciously on the plate. No.
Right.
You know, I did a recording session the other day with Don Henley from the Eagles, and we talked about just that. Some stuff. He's here cutting I guess a country record. We talked about that dynamic. That, you know, they did the famous "Hell Freezes Over" thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say that because I know it can come around to bite you.
Yeah, because he's one of the people that said there'd never be a reunion.
Yeah. So we talked long and hard about that. I took all the advice from him I could get.
All right, so let me ask you something, Ronnie. You're driving down the road. You've had 23 number one songs. A Brooks and Dunn song comes on the air. Do you still sing with that song? Do you sing along with it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
They're great songs.
I get just as excited as anybody. I love hearing it.
Yeah.
I do.
I got to tell you, back in 2001 when 9/11 hit, you guys were in Baton Rouge, and we had booked you for the Dream Day concert for St. Jude. You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was about 5 days after the event, and a lot of people were like, well, we're going to cancel this show. And, of course, you guys were like, we're not canceling it if you don't want to cancel it. So,
Yeah.
And Only in America was like kind of struggling at like number 20, 19, and really wasn't going anywhere. And all of a sudden, bam, that song goes to number one.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks say that was kind of another 10-year run for you guys that struck as the hits just kept coming then.
Yeah. Well, that song, it was crazy time there. I can remember that show specifically and feeling like, hey, this is no time to go out and be singing Boot Scoot, you know.
Right.
At the same time thinking, hey, you know what, we're not going to let those yahoos stop us and do exactly what they had planned. It was just to paralyze us and demoralize.
Right.
So therein lies the power of that song.
Amen.
And that's just, you know.
Ronnie Dunn is our guest. He's got a brand new song that we're going to touch base on here in just a second. It has touched my life, and it will touch yours. Ronnie, will you stay with us for a moment here?
Absolutely.
Back in a moment. Ronnie Dunn, right here on WYNK. Beautiful. Hold on just a second. We're going to get ready for the next segment. Ronnie, how you been, buddy?
I'm good. You sounded good.
Well, I'm trying. You know, it's
Baton Rouge.
yeah. You know how it is. You're just trying to. We got a lot of weather down here, so they.
Everywhere. I'm talking to a lot of people today, and it's just all over the place.
Well, they just canceled the Rascal Flatts show tonight in New Orleans because of the weather. Couldn't get out of Dallas. So
Who the heck would have thought that? And Houston, what, 4 inches of snow on the ground?
I know it. Crazy.
Just,
All right, here we go. 101.5 WYNK. Back with our guest and our dear friend Ronnie Dunn. You remember Brooks and Dunn? Yeah, Ronnie Dunn. Ronnie, thanks for joining us. We do appreciate that.
thank you for picking up the phone.
Man, I got to tell you, this new song, wow. This has really touched my life. And I got to tell you, it's touched my life. It's helping to heal my life in a situation that I'm currently in. I want to tell you a little story about this. My wife and I have been having some problems, okay? And we found ourselves doing what a lot of folks do when they go through this, trials and tribulations. We're screaming at each other, and it escalates. And then we find ourselves going, where are we going? What are we doing to us, to our child? Where is this going? And I was at wit's end the other day on this whole situation. Actually, tears in my eyes. And a song gets put on my desk. And I said, oh, it's Ronnie's new single. I'm going to go hear what this sounds like. And I put this in, and I cried like a baby. It is. Tell me about this song.
Well, it's about forgiveness, you know, as you know, and just, you know, I don't know, we're all broke, you know, in one way or another. No one's perfect,
Right.
And I think that it's preaching that, you know, the power of what forgiveness can do, and at the same time talks about, you know, I get where you're coming from with I mean, Janine and I have gone through these same kinds of things,
Man.
with our marriage, and you just get to a point to where you go, hey, this is going to spiral out of control, or we're going to reel it in and work on doing what we have to do to mutually forgive one another for whatever it is,
Right.
that's creating the tension and the turmoil.
I mean, some of the lyrics here, and I've got this in the car, and I have listened to this thing probably for a million times already. Let's say we're sorry before it's too late. Give forgiveness a chance. Turn the anger into water. Let it slip through our hands. What a powerful line.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing. And you're going to sing this, I understand, on the Academy of Country Music Awards.
I am on April 3rd.
Any certain thing you can share with us that might happen? Are you going to do anything, special with this song on that?
I'm going to try to get through it from start to finish without blowing it.
Amazing. And you've got, let me ask you something, Ron. Have you ever been on stage and actually, you're right in the middle and you lose the words of the song?
All the time.
All the time.
It happens all the time. There will be a teleprompter out there. you won't see it on TV, but they will have one there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the song is Bleed Red, and I understand this thing is out, going to be February 8th. It's coming out, and of course, available digital download, I understand.
Yeah, February 8th is, I think it's available on iTunes and other digital indies. And then looking for the CD to come out at late spring and maybe early June.
Final word with Ronnie Dunn. Go nowhere. We're back in 30 seconds right here on WYNK. One more segment, we'll be done. I'll make it quick.
Hey, Scott,
Yo.
I'm so sorry. We're already past our time.
Oh, can you just give me 60 seconds? 60 seconds.
Well, it's backing me up. I can give you about 20.
70782. Here we go. Add a cut. Ronnie, stick up for me here. Here we go.
Stay there, baby. Come on.
Yeah. Tell them
we can do this.
They all know. Here we go. Where is it? I got to say goodbye. Okay, here we go. 101.5 WYNK. Ronnie, real quick, what's the one CD that if you were stuck on an island that you would have on the island with you?
Woo, I don't know. Oh, Scott.
Jimmy Buffett. Okay.
That works. Perfect.
Your favorite food?
I'm a Southern boy, fried chicken.
All right, and what's your favorite TV show?
Swamp People.
That's what I say. Shoot them. And your favorite cartoon character of all time?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yes! Like you know it, Ronnie Dunn. Yes, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ronnie, love you, buddy.
Scott, thank you, man.
Man, call anytime, and we're going to play this song like crazy, because, man, you're touching a lot of people with Bleed Red.
Good deal. Good to hear, man.
God bless, buddy.
Your voice.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye. That was Ronnie Dunn. And this is me saying so long.